What's good, YouTube? Dmgaming here, back with another Dragon Ball Z Kakarot video, discussion, speculatory kind of thing. Guys, big day in the Dragon Ball Z community. Man, first and foremost, I want to say that I have enjoyed this past DLC with Bardock Alone Against Fate. And something interesting happened, guys. We all know at this point, people have watched on videos, so I don't think this is spoiler. But if you have not seen anything about the DLC, if you hadn't heard anything about the DLC and you don't want to be spoiled, you might want to click away now. Now, if you're still here, guys, y'all, in this DLC, you get to play as Kid Vegeta. And I wanted to draw y'all's attention. I was looking at that, man, and I was like, dude, this is crazy. I posted this video, okay? We'll click on it, go to it a little bit. I don't want to play that, but let's go to the actual YouTube channel. I posted this video back when it was Project Z. This video was posted 3 years ago, April 17, 2019. And in this video, I talked about what if we got to play as Kid Vegeta? What if they had a Kid Vegeta, I'm sorry. Kid Vegeta, Prince Vegeta, what if we played his story? Even in the thumbnail, use the Kid Vegeta. He wears this same outfit in there. Now, yes, it's there from Dokkan, but guys, this was 3 years ago, back 2019, almost 4 years ago, and this has happened. It's amazing. This video didn't even get 1,000 views because this was back when I very first started covering the game. I just thought that was really interesting that a lot of the stuff that we've speculated and talked about have come to fruition, and there is a vision for this game that I see that is slowly and surely beginning to take place. And like Vegeta, I said in my live stream, I lost a little bit of hope whenever they said that they wasn't going to be doing any more DLC, but I remember telling y'all, if the Trunks DLC sells great, they will change their minds, and that's exactly what happened. And there are some amazing things going on with Kakarot that I'm going to discuss in a later video, but I just wanted to point this out for y'all, that we've been on it. We've been on it, guys. So if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell icon so you don't miss anything, because, guys, things are getting crazy in the Dragon Ball world. So today's video, what I want to discuss is this right here. DBS Chronicles tweeted this out. And guys, this is fan made. This is not anything. Once again, this is fan made. This is not anything. Okay, let me follow Rick and Morty because I do like Rick and Morty. I just saw that. But anyway, this is all fan made. This is not legit, but I do want to talk about this because people have asked me, what are my speculations for the next DLC? And guys, one of these things are actually in here. So you have Broly, you have Cooler, you have Garlic Jr., and you have Gogeta from Fusion Reborn. And this is my prediction, and you can see it right here, Dmgaming right here. My prediction right here is a DLC based on Goku's time in the Otherworld, which would include the Otherworld tournament, and which would also include Fusion Reborn. I'll be talking about this in a video today, which is what I'm doing right now, guys. The Fusion Reborn DLC that everybody wants. Guys, the beautiful thing about this is because we are getting in the next DLC, in DLC 5, the 23rd World Martial Arts Tournament. I'm going to have a video separately dedicated to that because there's loads of information to put into that. So the thing about it is this, okay? With the 23rd World Martial Arts Tournament, my prediction is that they are going to implement some sort of ground combat based on the tournaments, okay? And I told y'all in a previous video that them implementing tournaments into the DLC can open up the world for things like the Otherworld tournament, open up things for the future, like Dragon Ball Super type stuff, Tournament of Power and things like that, because fighting in these tournaments, you're gonna have to be fighting on the ground. You can't be in the air. You got guys like Chi-Chi and Master Roshi who didn't fly in the 23rd World Martial Arts Tournament. Are they going to make these people fly, or are they going to implement ground combat? This is amazing because they're not going to do a DLC without a reason. And I truly believe that. I've talked about that in a previous video. Please go and check that out. So Why is it that I believe that this would be the next one? Because, guys, the biggest thing that they're doing with this game is they're answering unanswered questions in the DLCs. Did that make sense? So the first one, with the history of Trunks, people always wonder, or not people, you have to understand this game was made for new people who aren't known to Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Z games. So seeing a guy like Trunks, history of Trunks answers that question. Who is this guy from the future? What's his backstory? Answering Bardock answers the question, hey, why is Goku and Vegeta and Frieza so bent? What is the history of the Saiyans? Where did they come from? Who is Goku's dad? Things like that. The DLC answers those questions and more. Now, it is my speculation that even though the next DLC does cover primarily the 23rd World Martial Arts Tournament, similar to this DLC, how we kind of got a very small, almost like a boss battle episode kind of deal with Kid Vegeta, I believe that the next DLC is going to give us a lot of backdrop into Kid Goku's life. Maybe not play through the entirety of Dragon Ball, but probably play through some of the more prominent parts of Dragon Ball leading up to the 23rd World Martial Arts Tournament. The reason I feel that way is because I don't think they're going to just start right at the 23rd World Martial Arts Tournament arc. Because there's gonna have to be a lot of information leading up to that. How do we get to this point? You understand what I'm saying? And then this DLC leaves off with Goku on planet Earth with Grandpa Gohan, to the extent, guys, that we even got a Grandpa Gohan soul emblem. We didn't get a Kid Goku, and why? Because that's to come in the future. So it is my strong belief that is what's going to happen in the next DLC. And this is why my next question or next speculation of an amazing DLC would be one in where we explore Goku's time in the other world. Because a prominent part of Dragon Ball Z, when people go back and watch it, is that Goku spends a lot of time in the other world. Now, some things may not always be covered. One thing in particular is Goku's training on King Kai's planet after he died at the hands of Raditz. So it would be hard for them to do that and then jump all the way forward to when he died against Cell and things like that. They can do that through a time skip. That is possible. And I really hope that they do explore that. The reason why is because I feel like they should easily have put that in the main game, because that was very prominent. What Goku endured on King Kai's planet is very informative, interesting, and it is a pinnacle point in the story because he learns a technique in the Kaioken that he actually uses against not only Vegeta, but also Frieza, and going forward even into Dragon Ball Super. The Kaioken is an extremely important technique, and we never learned how Goku learned it. You see what I'm saying? Aside from a little cutscene, there was a lot going on. He met Gog and Mez, who are also important for the Otherworld Tournament and Fusion Reborn. So in the next DLC, give us the tournament 23rd and this and that. But I think it is very important that we have the Otherworld, what happened in the Otherworld, because those events are very important. And the beautiful thing about this is because you not only have the Otherworld tournament, okay, but you also have Fusion Reborn, which takes place in the midst of the Otherworld tournament. See, the movie starts with the Otherworld tournament going on when Goku has defeated Frog, while Pikkon has defeated Arqua. At the check-in station, this is whenever the demon guy drops the cleansing machine and all that stuff, and it goes haywire. Janemba is born. Pikkon is in this as well. So not only from the Otherworld tournament arc do you get to fight with Goku and Pikkon, and you also get to fight Cell again and Frieza again, but you also get to have a super boss battle against Janemba, and it also opens the door to introduce Gogeta as a fusion in the game. This is very prominent in many ways. Now I know here are the hangups with this, okay? The DLCs are based off of what goes on in the main story, okay? With that being said, Frieza is already alive, and so is Cell. Now, this could simply be a time skip kind of thing. Let's go back in time, just like with the Bardock thing. That's not an issue. Frieza did die. Cell did die. We wish them back towards the end of the game. So it is still possible that we could do the Otherworld tournament and fight Cell and Frieza in the Otherworld. Another issue is with the Gogeta thing, because if we learn fusion now, in the future when they implement, or I strongly believe they will eventually in time implement Dragon Ball Super into the mix, if they do some kind of story based off of the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, in that movie, Goku and Vegeta learned the fusion at that time, as opposed to them already knowing it. They didn't already know it. You know what I'm saying? Even though we know in the movie, they learned it back then. So that's not too big of an issue, because the special thing about Kakarot is it exists and it's its own rendition of the anime and the manga. Okay? Toriyama has a vision. From his vision, the manga is made. They make their own adaptation of his vision. They all keep core elements, but they kind of do their own little thing. Same thing with the anime. This game is the video game rendition of Toriyama's vision. It's its own entity, but it keeps the core of what Toriyama had in mind set. Does that make sense? So you have the manga world, you have the anime world, and this is the video game world. So they could change up some things as they've done in the main game, and it would be very, very cool to see. This is perfect material for a DLC, because you've got a ton of content in the Otherworld tournament, but it's not as long as like a full game in a sense. You know what I'm saying? It's perfect for a story mode. You got bosses to fight in Cell and Frieza. You've got the tournament there with the matches and even Goku fighting Pikkon in the end. And the most beautiful thing of all, you have training, which Goku did. He achieved Super Saiyan 3. So maybe Kakarot can even go into a backstory, which they love to do, about how Goku achieved Super Saiyan 3. And the icing on the cake is that you get to have fusion and fight a super boss battle against Janemba. If this is something that you guys would like to see, smash that like button and let me know down in the comment section down below. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell icon, because we got some heat coming. I still have to talk about the next DLC, the 23rd World Martial Arts Tournament, and the significance of that. You are not going to want to miss that video, guys, because it is a bombshell that is going to bust the Dragon Ball DLC world wide open, and it is going to please some people, potentially multiplayer. That's all I have for right now, y'all. Till next time, thanks for watching. Peace.